Hey everybody, just wanted to do a quick video and put up something I think is important. I saw this guy back last year when he first came out, and this is what happened. Y'all gotta watch this.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Peter McCullough, and I'm an internist and cardiologist and professor of medicine at Texas A&M University School of Medicine. I'm on the Baylor Dallas campus. I'm the most published person in my field, which deals with the heart and the kidneys in the world in history.
Today, I issued a Surgeon General's advisory on the dangers of health misinformation. Health misinformation is false, inaccurate, or misleading information about health, according to the best evidence at the time. The truth is that misinformation takes away our freedom to make informed decisions about our health and the health of our loved ones. We're asking them to consistently take action against misinformation super spreaders on their platforms.
Scanning school. I was talking to her about it. She said, well, why don't you make a YouTube video? So I made a YouTube video with 4 slides from the paper. This is a peer-reviewed paper published in one of the best medical journals in the world. And within about a week, YouTube said you violated the terms of the community.
Simply put, health information has cost us lives.
Important scientific information to help patients in the middle of this crisis, and social media is striking it down. Target locked. I became the lead witness for the U.S. Senate testimony of November 19th, 2020. And the reason why there was Senate testimony is because there was a near total block on any information of treatment to patients.
As we say in the advisory, if you are not sure, don't share. We're asking researchers and foundations as well to help us learn more about how health information spreads and how to stop it.
The 2 papers that I have published as the lead author, and supported by wonderful people by Dr. Urso, are the only publications in the peer-reviewed literature that tell doctors how to treat COVID-19 as an outpatient based on the support of some scientific information. The only 2.
Second, we're asking health organizations to proactively address misinformation with their patients.
Patients actually think that the virus is untreatable.
Now, we need an all-of-society approach to fight misinformation, and that's why
And then turn it down to
A lot of
so
safety and efficacy data. In fact, all of the,
about
we're
whatever you're putting in your body.
trying in a package insert, like the ingredients. How long is that? Right here in the package insert.
Something written inside of the package insert.
It's all blank. The whole thing.
It's your choice. I'm not saying whether I can vaccinate it or not. I'm telling you, this is why
It's the
people
only thing that's like,
hesitate to get the vaccine.
are you kidding me?
Fourth, we are saying we expect more from our technology companies. We're asking them to monitor misinformation more closely. I'm encouraged to see this commitment. And again, this is just the beginning.
And so what happens is they go out to get a diagnosis. Now, I'm a COVID survivor. My wife, Anna Galley, is a COVID survivor. My father in a nursing home is a COVID survivor. You get handed a diagnostic test. It says, here, you're COVID positive. Go home.
On a personal note, it's painful for me to know that nearly every death we are seeing now from COVID-19 could have been prevented.
Wow, right guys? Wow.
Friends would walk up to me and be
Doc. Wow, right? I mean, holy guacamole. They did it. I saw that guy. Hell, I saw this guy, his testimony back in November. I saw it, and I purposely watched it that day because I had read an article about his research. He was the only ones doing it, and this is what we got. Hey, sure. Yeah, I ain't doing nothing right now. Just sitting around. Come on, I'll put you a link in there. Let's do it. I got nothing else to do. There you go. There's the link if you want to jump in. But I saw that video and I was like, wow, I seen this guy. I remember his deal back last year, and he brings it up. He was at the Senate hearing in November, and he was being shut down on social media. Isn't that crazy? It's like, wow, this guy is the top peer-reviewed doctor in his field, and that light too bright on that. That's my cheap fix. But yeah, I mean, he's the top dude, man, right here in the good old state of Texas, and nothing, man. They wouldn't YouTube. Yeah, I've got the PDF from the Moderna one that Kathy sent me. That's all they get. They don't have the inserts like everybody else's, and I've got the PDF. And all it lays out. First ingredient is glycol, whatever they call antifreeze, glycol sulfolate or something like that. That's the first ingredients listed, and nanoparticles and all that. Last thing listed in that PDF was water, and usually in any ingredients like that, a liquid, number one thing is water, and then very, very, very small portions of all the other stuff. That's just my experience. Yeah, it's pretty much a Hollywood production now, Ella. Pretty much. Because, I mean, what do you do? What do you do? The Surgeon General freaking gets up there and just states, hey, man, we got to get rid of all this disinformation, man. And the only way to do it is through social media. We're going to get them. Change the resolution on my camera. There you go. You said it. Stewie. Thanks, Stu. Yeah, my memory's failing me. But yeah, when I showed that to my wife, Ella was talking about putting a magnet up to her. I told y'all that I have an EMF tester, electromagnetic frequency tester, and I went and hit her with that thing, man, and she peaked out. She peaked out at like, I want to say she peaked out at 700 and something. What was that reading? Is it? I wanted to say it's not milli. It's micro. Micro volts. And so did Alan. Alan peaked out at like 300 microvolts, and she was like 900. And he hadn't had the jab. And I registered 0, and my daughter Alex registered 0. And I don't know anybody that might watch this video if you've ever used a meter tester, electronic meter tester with the 2 probes. On the setting of ohms, you can grab the tips, and it'll ohm out because it completes the circuit in your body. And I tried not to say it, and use it, grabbing that thing with set on ohms. Me and my brother used to grab it and see who could peak it out the highest. And yeah, you said that the other day. Yeah, and we talked about the parasites too, Ella. I put the link in there if Stu or Ella, either one of y'all want to come in. I'll put the link up there. I don't know, but did Alan, he can't schedule a show. That's right. I forgot he's out there in He's out there in the garage. I forgot he can't post. He's probably chomping at the bit. Well, he has that backup channel. I wonder if he's doing anything on that backup channel. You know, that's funny. I don't even think I'm subscribed to his backup channel. E-meter, yes. You got an E-meter, Stewie? You like my Almond Brothers and my Johnny Cash? I gotta get my posters out, man. I got a bunch of good posters I need to put up behind me. I was gonna try to green screen. As you can see, if I move out of the way, I got that green deal back there. I was gonna try green screen, but it's just too far, and there's not enough light in here. If I get enough light in here to do the green screen, then it's like, ooh, lots of light. Oh, come on, Alan. The link's in the, it's in the chat up there. Look up there. Links in the chat. Yeah, Alan, I didn't even plan on doing this. I watched this video. If you saw what I played at the first, I saw that and I was like, that's the dude, man. I remember back last year. I watched him, man. He was mad at that Senate hearing. He was mad. And he said the same kind of stuff he's saying here. I am the most published. I put out peer-reviewed pages from that, and YouTube took it down. You gotta love that, man. You gotta love it. But the James True put that out, and it's one of those deals where you just, what do you do, man, when your own government is taking your top doctors who they say follow the science, follow the science, and this guy did the freaking science, and they went, woo, wait a minute, don't follow that guy's science, follow our science. His science, we hadn't approved it yet. Congress, or the president, or the ENT. That's the what is that guy? I don't even know what his specialty is. Our little Surgeon General. I don't even know what his specialty is. I know one time we had one that was a pediatrician. There's Alan. I don't know.
Hey, thank you, Tommy.
What's up?
Oh, not much. Glad you got going on something here, man.
Yeah, did you see that video I put up?
No, I just got settled down and I was watching the news about the fire in Tahoe.
What?
Oh,
Fire
yeah.
in Tahoe.
The whole town of Lake Tahoe is getting evacuated right now.
I thought all those were in California, man.
Well, that's California, man. But, I mean, that's almost Las Vegas, too. I mean, that's almost Nevada.
Right. Well, I guess they say those fires can jump roads. Why not states?
Well, that's the same people that brought you the Paradise Fire, with the burnt half of a football field. You remember that straight line in the football field? And
right.
Some houses, half of the house was burnt down and the other half wasn't.
Well, I like the ones where it was like a city block and pad, burnt to the ground, trees in between, all the way around them all, not a leaf burned off on them. Wait a minute. House burned to the ground and all those trees. Just no big deal.
Remember, the trees were burning from the inside out. They started burning on the inside. That was like.
I remember seeing a video where a firefighter said it seemed like the house, there wasn't an internal fire, but the fire was coming from inside the house. And he couldn't explain it. It was like, I've never seen anything like that. It was like, and then that video was gone. The YouTube took that video pretty quick because he was scratching his head. He's like, man, I never seen anything like that. Never seen anything. But the deal on that doctor, he was the first one out of the box. I remember watching the video. He was telling Congress that, hey, me and my colleagues here in Texas, as soon as this happened, we got on the line. We got together and started going, okay, how are we going to do this? And we set up a treatment plan, and we sent it to all the hospitals. And he said that was the thing that struck me the most. He said, when we did that, he said the reaction we got was unbelievable. He said at that point, the whole medical community hit the sidelines. Nobody wanted to do anything. Nobody wanted to follow these regimens. They were waiting on the government and the CDC to tell them what to do. They said, and we kept telling them, right here, here's the treatment protocol. This is where we need to start. And he got shut down. He got shut down by the government. He got shut down by YouTube. He got shut down everywhere he turned. He couldn't get his word out. He couldn't get
Oh, man.
the people.
You know, that whole timeline of the way they're doing it and stringing it along, it's like they've just, what is this called back when you guys used to drag race? It's like they downshifted in Florida because they're getting ready to put the pedal to the metal or something.
Something's weird.
I've heard they're out of beds in Texas. They're out of beds in Georgia. They're out of ICU beds. They're playing it down on all of these COVID hospitalizations.
Don't say that word. You're going to get me banned.
Oh, okay.
Jesus. He didn't say that, YouTube.
No.
Say the C-19 or something. Don't say that word. Man, it'd be easier to get pornography on at this point.
Oh, man.
Say that word. Yeah, I know we talk freely and we forget sometimes that.
Right. I thought I was talking to you just like in the morning when we're going to go pray or something, but no. So what they're coming out with is that some of the things aren't working quite as well, and that it's actually some of the people that are following medical advice that are ending up in higher percentages in the hospital.
Oh, remember that one I showed you this morning that you asked, is that Candace Owens? And
the PhD, the PhD from Michigan University.
Let's play that one.
Yeah, oh, well, then you're not that mad at me because this girl's she's about to light them up. She is good. Yeah. And I like what at the end she says, Tommy, where it's there, the highest percentage of unrecognized medical practitioners of guidance by media are people with PhDs that just go, no thanks, I'll stick to the
oh man, wait a minute, is it gone? Wow, it may be gone already. I'm not finding it in my history. I'm not finding it. That's crazy.
What was it, about 7 o'clock in the morning or something?
Yeah, it was this morning. Wow, let me keep looking here. Keep the game going, but I'm not seeing it in my history here.
Yeah, I want to be really conscious of not getting a Mud Flood Was Armageddon taken down again either. So I'm not going to be playing too much of that rock and roll music anymore and getting.
Dude, it's gone. It's gone already. We watched that this morning.
The copyright was actually for playing, so it was like too much of the 1972 Rollerball.
I know you tell me. I'm going back through my deep catalog here and see I go through and just the stuff it's showing today, it's not there, man. Golly. I can't believe that. I cannot believe that's gone. Let me go. Wow. That's crazy. Keep it going, Alan.
That was a good one, but no wonder it's taken
great. Right, it was great.
That was the one you were going to show Kathy.
Yeah, I was going to show her that one for sure and go, hey, check this out.
I'm smart as a PhD.
This is a good laugh right here. Y'all will love this. Y'all will love this. It's only a little over a minute. Let me share screen. This was funny. And this is something that I think some of the people we know would do.
B2 packaging
They would love it.
Tested to be tear resistant.
Where's my? Close that. Close it. All right. Am I sharing?
To work for us in this environment.
Now watch
You
this.
answer
You gotta listen
tasks
closely to when the other guy starts talking.
policy in Virginia.
Somebody's trolling him.
Thank you so much, Thomas. We do appreciate you. Phil McCracken.
Phil McCracken.
Phil McCracken.
Phil McCracken.
Yeah.
That's just the first one.
Soak. Souk. Mahidic.
Souk Mahidic. Souk Mahidic.
Ophelia McHawk.
Ophelia McCock.
Ophelia McHawk.
Ophelia McCock.
I don't think can't you type comments when you're on a guest in the show?
To me, I'm not sure. You may have to use your phone.
Okay.
Don Kiddick.
Don kidding. Somebody trolled him. They went out there and and filled out the deal to be a speaker at the
Oh,
city council deal, and they just went out and put all those names down. And so he starts calling out those names. Somebody trolled him hard. Oh, that was funny. I saw that pop up earlier. But that upsets me that lady's video's gone. She's a professor. She's ahead in her field in what she was talking about, and they already took that thing down. That's crazy.
you remember the Gold Star mother from one of the 13 children just really lashed into her video was quote unquote, it's on Drudge Now, accidentally removed, but it's going to be restored.
Oh, what is that?
Yeah.
You think they'll clip out the best part? You know,
I think that they're going to be sorry.
I've been checking my history, Ella. It's gone.
And I can't make these comments work.
Well, usually when I came in with you, I could only chat with you. I couldn't put comments. The basic chat wasn't available for a.
Yeah, I'll do it on my phone.
Yeah, that's what I usually do when I'm in with you. Is I do it on my phone. Pyroelectrical.
What did you think of how much of that movie Free Guy did you get to watch?
Dude, not more than 10 minutes. Another deal popped up. I went to close that. Went to click back on the movie and it had gone all the way back to the beginning. And if you try to go forward with it, it won't go forward. So
it just started over?
Yeah, it just started completely over. It did that twice.
Yeah, you got to leave it alone, man. But
Well,
you didn't have time to watch the whole thing.
You saw
didn't
all
have
these things started opening, and I just went to close one. The first time that it did that, I went to close it, and it started the whole movie back. And it started going there for a minute, and another one popped up, and I went to click it close, and it started it right back at the beginning again. I was
Yeah.
just, oh,
It
man.
didn't do that to me. Yeah, so
It was driving me crazy.
yeah, I'll show it. If you want to see it tomorrow, I'll show it to you on my computer.
Yeah, it'll be fun. But we,
They're all working the same plan. This is God's judgment, and the hammer's down on the United States.
right. And we've been talking about that lately, man. We've been feeling it coming. And it's not cool.
Oh wait, let's see.
I'm going back looking again. Let me see. Now, there's that one that we watched together. And that's from this morning. It's not. Wow.
That one was pretty well. I was surprised that was allowed anyway.
Right. I kind of had that same feeling exactly that it was allowed up because it was pretty right there, wasn't it? She was on point with everything.
Hi Stu. Hi Ella. I guess I'm going to have to figure out these. I don't know where my phone is right now, so I'll just say hi to the people when I recognize them coming in.
You don't know where your phone is? Do I need to call it so you can find it?
Oh no! Wait. How? Oh, I typed in "I'm ready to go." before I entered the show. I get it. That's how come I could do it. Because I was confused because I did a comment, do you, to tell you hi, you know?
Right. I bet you did it
Yeah.
in comments or on your phone.
Boy, I'm telling you, the cover up about what's going on in New Orleans, and it's kind of like, oh well, you know, it wasn't as bad as Katrina.
Right.
The whole city isn't going to have electricity for, they're saying, 3 weeks, and it's going to be up in the like close to 100 and humid tomorrow.
Right. Now, do you remember the video I played you yesterday? You didn't see the guy, but you heard him. That just went off
Oh yeah,
at
the
that
guy
city,
screaming.
at that city council meeting. Well, I got it here. Let's show that one.
Yeah, show that one. That
Oh,
is. You
that-
talk about a guy that is upset.
We have to go through our little commercial here. But this dude, man, this is great. Come on, Moderna. Look at that propaganda. Look how fast it flickers by you.
That's the wind. That's the wind of time. That's the wind of history. That's the wind.
Don't give up, people. It's good.
It's bringing you to do bad things.
Well, this guy's added this music. That wasn't on there.
No, this ain't the video.
Yeah. This guy picked it out and started adding music.
Yeah, he's trying to make a jam out of it.
Yeah, let me go find it and we'll do this again. Yeah, I thought for sure that was it. You see how quick people pick up on stuff like that and make it, you know,
Oh,
make
yeah.
it their own deal. And well, see, there it is. Let's do it. Let me share. Found it. Yeah, this guy is so good. And it's funny the way he starts. It's real funny. The way he starts.
That's the wind. That's the wind of time. That's the wind of history. That's the wind blowing through your ancestors' bones, bringing you to do the right thing. That is the wind that Matt Baker is calling upon from Ocean Beach. The wind that is blowing through the black people, through the white people, through the Chinese people, through the Mexican Americans, to the people that built this building with their bare hands to raise up this nation. They are begging you, and they are blowing through your veins, and they should be putting a tail up the spine of your back, and they should be begging you to do the right thing. You're about to open a pit of hell. You do not get a vaccine passport put on us. You know, as the population who's in control, you know that the people are the politicians. Once you get a power, you will never relinquish it. Do you think that the 4 feet of marble that holds you above high in this chamber will help you from the fate of humanity which you are unleashing? No! It won't! Your children and your children's children will be subjugated! And we asked, how many vaccines have you had? Have you been a good little Nazi? Hail Fauci! Hail Fauci! Hail Fauci! Hail Fauci! There's been a lot of talk about the war. Well, I brought you a copy. You are violation of Section 1. Yes, you.
They tell him your time is up in the other clip.
Yeah. Oh, they will. They tell him here in a minute.
The definition shall not be coerced. All of this is coercion. The vaccine passport is coercion. And the penalty for violating the Nuremberg Code is
violating the ordinance from the media.
Please take a seat.
That dude was, how would you say it? Pissed.
He's out of his mind mad.
He was pissed, man. But I wish, God, it makes me mad that other video was taken down, man. That's just, wow. Not cool. Not cool at all. That's a freaking,
good one.
that's a freaking professor, man. Y'all say follow the science, follow the doctors, listen to what they say. One steps up and doesn't say what they like. See ya. They don't really want the truth out there, do they? Ella, why didn't you come on? I left you the link. Do you want a new link?
Press conference.
What was that?
Oh, I got this mayor pulled up from
That was you. That was weird.
Yeah.
I thought Ella said something there. Don't do
I want to just play a couple of minutes. It might get it to where the mayor of New Orleans admits we got no power. The contingency plan has failed. They are shipping all of their data processing, and they hope to have their computers up and running in a couple of days.
couple of days.
So I'll just give it a couple of minutes. Shut it down whenever you want, Tommy.
Shut down what? I just put the chat in there. I put the deal in there. If Ella or anybody wants to come on.
What pleases me, I guess, right now is having the understanding.
Oh, let me share that.
We are unlike a Lake Charles, what they had to experience during Zeta, or in Laura, I'm sorry. So that gives me, it makes me feel a little bit more optimistic about their ability to get power to this city sooner rather than later.
They can't do what they promised. And are they going to be able to get power to the hospitals in the next day or so, which is one thing we're hearing.
So my focus on the hospitals is making sure that they have the necessary fuel needed for their generators to operate. So my focus is on that again, that immediate response. Is Entergy making it a priority to restore power to hospitals? Well, I know it's our top priority that has been effectively communicated to Entergy. So, but again, my focus, I'm not getting any timelines from Entergy at this time. So on any.
Hey, brother Tommy, touchdown man. You know, you see this child standing over on the far right?
Right, like a statue.
Yeah, that's why I started it so much in the middle, is because the first part of this was just her talking about call this number if you left your dog and you want us to go check on it, we will. We're trying to get volunteers to check on pets if you left them.
Right.
I kid you not.
Well, did you catch what the lady said when they asked about the restoration and priority of power to the hospitals? She said our priority, but we've gotten no word from Entergy. That's their priority.
Yeah, she's got two stooges from Entergy standing behind her. And she's already thrown them up. They've spoken once and she's just throwing them under the bus because they ain't getting it done.
Right.
Other than the assessment work that's happening and that will continue to happen. But in regards to power restoration timelines, I have not gotten it from about the city nor hospitals. And I'm not waiting on that because the immediate need and the need to respond is to our hospitals having the adequate fuel to continue to operate. And that's in many instances across the city of New Orleans. And what I mean by that is relative to fuel. That's our top priority.
Promise on New Orleans East?
I'm sorry?
Are they failing on their promise to the Michoud plant to be able to get it back up?
Well, right now we don't have power. So that's the issue. We don't have power. So until we have power, we'll have some significant progress that the people are needing and that they want. But we don't have power. You know, lines went down. So and contingency plans failed.
Pause it, Alan.
So this is where we are.
That's crazy, right?
Right. How come the sign language lady ain't wearing a mask? I thought they could communicate without.
Well, because look at her. Do you think that she'd be? I mean, it's hotter than the Dickens there, Tommy. You can't breathe in one of those masks. She's got to
But
be.
she's just using her hands, man. What? That's not cool. She's violating every policy they've come up with. That's just not right.
Let's go make a citizen's arrest.
It's not right. I'm just saying.
It is that's a good catch, man.
Not like you're talking.
You should see the mayor's Mayor Cantrell's other interpreter. She is even bigger.
No way.
Yes, way, and she wears this funky shirt that shows her tummy.
And my priority again is making sure that they do everything relative to transmission, that they do everything relevant to distribution, and the ability to generate power throughout the city of New Orleans. Well, as we, of course, right? It's not just about trash pickup. It's about debris removal.
That's the guy from Entropy. He has had enough, and he wants to call. He goes like, no, man, I got to talk.
Right, but
My perspective, it's all of it. So
Go ahead, Tommy.
no, I was just, where are they right there? Because that doesn't look like it was hit by a hurricane, wherever they're at.
That's their office building, downtown office building. If you check the news, it had a fire on its third floor today.
What?
Yeah, there was a fire on the third floor of it. They had to roll them out, and that's how come their computers are being shipped to Baton Rouge.
What?
Yeah. The whole town is going to. There was a man eaten by a crocodile. They're invading from the swamp.
But dude, look at those glass doors back there. That sidewalk, that does not look like it's been underwater, and a storm has blown through there. I'm sorry.
It
We
sure
get a-
did. Well,
We
it sure
get, a
did.
little, we get a little brain here, and you go out in the driveway, and there's waves of debris of grass clippings and sticks and stuff, you know, just in my yard from a regular rain. They had a hurricane. I don't get it. I'm just saying, that's an observation. I don't get it. Look at that. That does not look like 8 inches, 6 inches of water, however much they say, rolled through there.
Oh my goodness, it did.
Sorry.
I
Just
roll
my
over.
observation. Just my observation.
Well, I was pretty convinced by all the live coverage and things like that, and I was streaming it. And I've been in some storms, and a matter of fact, I've been praying that bring it for, you know, if they want storms, and they were praying for rain in Arizona, so I said, bring it.
Bring it.
I
And they
haven't
did.
stopped praying.
But hey, you and I are on record. We told Noah when we took him home, man, you need to get out of New Orleans. It's going to get hit by a big storm.
This is insane.
And we were right, were we not?
And what he wanted to teach us about, instead he decided that we need to take another look at the Book of Mormon, another look at the Book of Enoch, another look at the Mandela effect, and when I said I'm comfortable without it, he threw a hissy fit. So I don't care anymore. He made his own bed. I'm not accepting his blame that I took him there to die. And he asked us to go out of our way to pick him up in New Mexico, take him to Arizona, and then take him to there. And we paid the whole freight, man.
Right. But hey, Anthony on Facebook the other day shared one of Noah's videos with me. And so I clicked on it, and it said set to private, send it, click here to send an email to get on, friends list or whatever it said. So I did it, and I guess he doesn't want me to see his video. He didn't give me permission or whatever.
We're the only ones that will ever get to hear what he said about you when he called and we said we're going back to
Headed home. Right. And that's okay. But I just don't understand why he would put his biblical teachings on private.
Why would he come on my show the last 2 days before we were taking him back and bring up that the Book of Mormon's okay, the Book of Enoch's okay? He wants to go back and re-talk about the.
Here's my wife right there, Alan. That's my wife. I'm having to carry a kennel with dogs in it.
Yeah.
Did you see that? That's
Well,
me.
I'll help, man, because I like those dogs that she's kenneling.
Right. The little ones we'd have to put in a kennel.
Oh
in
my goodness! Look at that man and look at his. How is he going to get down those stairs?
No joke. All of them in the back of that truck. Wow. Good thing they had a deuce and a half to do that. They knew what they were going to pick up, I guess.
So they're running out of gasoline, water, and food in New Orleans,
Right.
and they don't have power to the city. And when they get power to the city, the grid's not ready. And when the grid's ready, the lines have to be cleared because all of the lines have been stripped off the telephone poles.
Right. There's
And
gonna
it is 90.
be
It's 100% of the people. If you don't have a generator in town in New Orleans, it
Right.
looks like it's between 2 to 3 weeks before they even think about getting power.
out to residential areas. But look right there in all those houses. You've seen our neighbor here that has the generator. That generator is going to have water. It's going to be underwater.
Oh yeah, they better.
There's only a couple of homes there I saw that maybe a generator would have survived. And if you don't have a propane generator, in that situation, you have a natural gas generator. Natural gas isn't being supplied right now either. So you have to have a freestanding propane run generator that's above the water line to be in any kind of shape there. I've learned that much being out here. If you have your generator in a good spot and have it on propane, not natural gas, not solar.
Both of us have spent winters in an RV outside, and you need propane, people.
Yep, not natural gas.
And the thing is they have to be wise, because even when propane gets down to about 9 degrees, it stops working, and that's when you need it the most. So get those candles and get backups and get things where you can stay warm.
That's a good point you made. When I was doing air conditioning and heating with my dad's business, there were a couple of different times in the winter where I went to people who had propane heat. And they're like, it won't work. And I said, well, is your tank full? And they're like, yeah, it should have plenty. Well, this is a rule of thumb, people. If you have propane, it doesn't matter winter or summer. If it gets below 10 or 15%, those things like a furnace are not going to work. Not enough pressure. It just can't do it. So in all times, especially bad weather times, and you're dependent on propane, you make sure it's above 10 or 15% full, because it will not work your major appliances without the proper pressure. A lot of those customers found that out the hard way. And they're like, well, what am I supposed to do? Well, you call the propane company and get it filled up, and your furnace will work just fine. There's nothing wrong with your furnace. You just don't have any gas pressure. And I remember one lady's like, well, I don't have the money to. I'm like, do you want?
How are you going to pay me? How is she going to pay you?
Right. Are you expecting me to do this for free and get you some propane? But I'll be honest, I did leave her $20 and say, maybe that'll help. Maybe they can come out and put you, enough in there where your pressure will get up and the sun comes out and it warms up a little bit. But yeah, that's not the best situation. Hey, we've been down that road.
Yeah, we just did, man. That's one of the few things that they can trace that we might have actually done in our lifetime, because that was like 72. They made that long bridge.
Yeah.
They made it.
Yeah, those people made it. They boarded up well. Now they're pulling it down.
Yep.
But the thing I'm impressed with about something like that, it's up on the stilts and it's up in the mix, and the roofs are still on. That's a good roofing job, man. Who did that roofing job? That's impressive. That's pretty impressive. When you see telephone poles bent over like that and their roof is still on, that's pretty good. Pretty freaking good.
They must have had just the right angle in the vortex, you know.
Something. Good Lord, they're sitting in there praying and fellowshipping with the Lord, and they were fine.
Yep. Playing cards underneath the candlelight.
Right. No, they look pretty smart. They probably had a setup where they had some power, they had some light. You know, probably had a portable generator and had it exhausted out of the building. I know that's if I lived in one of those areas, I would set up those little contingencies.
I would try, kind of a, what is that, passive aggressive, like if you don't have a generator,
yeah,
sell one of your effing guns and get a generator.
Get a generator. Yeah, but I would think I'd want to set up a system where I could have a portable generator inside for something small for us and have it exhausted outside. That's engineering easy enough to do. See, look at this metal building, man. Everything. Wow. Look at that. All blew up. You know, but the roof on that house.
If you're walking down in a hurricane and you're running away and the store blows over like that, and the Lord it hits you in the head with something and you grab it and it was a box of lottery tickets. They would probably accuse you of
stealing them.
That was a church, Tommy. That was a band kit and drum set that was washed out. That used to be a church. That's what.
Look at those telephone poles, man.
They didn't make it. That roof, they should go get a trailer. I heard of one guy that wrote it out on his barge.
Okay.
He said, I tied it. He was like that kid that you were telling me about in that movie where he goes, I don't have nowhere to go.
That's Officer and a Gentleman. Remember, I got nowhere to go.
That's what he was saying too. He lived on a barge.
Right, I got nowhere to go, man. This is it. Well, I hope Noah's safe. You know, I pray he's safe. I hope he made it through this.
Well, I'll tell you what, he'd be the last one to drown, being 6'9" or whatever he is.
Right.
He's healthy as a horse.
Look at the whole end of that apartment. Wow. Just ripped
I'm more worried about his theology than I am him getting hurt in a storm like that. I've seen it. We've been through some pretty rough.
All right. You look at the toilet sitting there. The toilet good. Toilet didn't go nowhere. The vanity.
The back of the shower's just ready to go. Just put the wall back up.
Right. Just we need a wall.
Oh man, what are they? And they don't have any power yet.
Right.
You need to get power on the back of you need a generator on your pickup truck too. Sell 2 of your guns.
See, that was one of the good things about that H1 we had. It had that compressor in it and it had power ports on it that you could run generators and stuff. You could power other stuff with that H1. It had a bank of plugs in the backside, and on the other side it had a compressor with a hose.
You know what would you do right now on your 3/4 ton? Would you rather have a compressor, a welder, a winch, or a generator?
I think I'd rather have a winch.
The winch is way up there in my book too, because that way you can rescue people.
Right there, you see how they run that ductwork and stuff? That
see how big that drone is? Tell me, how come we can't fly a drone like that?
Right, but I see that kind of stuff. The way they run all that ductwork, that is awful. That is not working well. Those people, that room is hot. That is no way to do that. That is awful. That is cheap shit.
Well, the Lord must have been mad and said, you know what? Let's get that one.
Get rid of it, right?
Let's start over, because these people are never going to be happy till they move.
Yeah, just being honest.
I think that's that church.
Yeah. Tore the, I guess that's the, That maybe it looks like, what is that? Like a practice room, music practice room?
That looks like, yeah, look at all that.
Looks
good
like
equipment,
speakers.
you know?
Yeah, speakers and drums, and that must have been their celebration hall or something. Because it's a big building.
That's a nice celebration hall.
That's a huge building. Look at it. That is a huge. This is
Whoa, slow down.
third or fourth time that New Orleans has been hit hard like this, and they still refuse to pull back.
Right. And though they knew it was judgment, they still just hardened their hearts and
Amen.
cursed God even more.
Right? They say, we can do this. God, you can't stop us. We'll build back.
Hey, look at that RV is a little studly thing too, didn't it? It made it.
Yeah, it looked like it made it through. And one of the things I take away from these videos is the solid construction versus the poor construction.
Dang, look at those trees. That was a gust. Nothing was going to stop.
Look at that. Boom, boom, 4 in a row. Snap, 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 snap.
Bang, bang.
That tells me, I see that
Look at
kind
that, and it just barely nicked it. Hey, touchdown. It barely nicked the corner of that double wide.
I see
4
that.
trees in his backyard and only one little nick.
But I see that and I think, dang, I got to get these trees around my house trimmed up. Because we had some pretty big limbs fall in the yard from the last storm, and that wasn't even a bad storm.
That last time we were trimming trees is when you re-aggravated your neck.
We were trying to clear the way for the RV.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look at all those old single wides sitting there that made it through.
I think it's just like the Lord just picks and chooses.
Something, man.
Because it tore down that whole building and then
left a single wide.
Yeah. Oh, look at that single wide's up on blocks. Way to go, dude.
Look at that, man.
It didn't make it. It got too much of an air profile on top. Or that or the other building attacked.
Tore a little roof off, right.
I don't want that flying metal on me.
No, I wouldn't want that either. No.
Because you know how much that hurts?
I bet, man.
You like that stuff. Wow. Hey, I learned a new word today, Tommy.
No way.
Yeah. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to play it for you.
Mise en scène.
Mise en scène.
Mise en scène.
Mise en scène. Where's the O come from?
Mise en scène.
I don't know. But it's staging, man. And that's what they do in the movies.
Yeah.
They've been planning it. It's all the mise en scène is all stage design, arrangement for actors, narrative storytelling through direction. And that word was invented when they started developing different ways and different angles. It's a direct response from the surrealistic and the cubist movement, all because of they listened to this guy in between the wars, no less.
Right.
You know, and he does that. That's that mise en scene.
Right.
So in between the wars, he does it. He has, he ranks number 13 on the all-time list of directors.
Right.
And he has whatever. He's got 6 of the top 100 films ever made. But it's all in between the wars, and all of his famous people. They did all this, everything from spaghetti westerns to John Ford in this country, up into and through the Reservoir Dogs, Quentin Tarantino.
Well, trivia question.
Go.
Do you know who is given credit for the 3-camera setup that TV shows use?
It was a female spy from Germany.
Lucille Ball, you're right. Lucy and Desi were the ones that first used the 3 cameras and go room to room type deal. You could go.
That's not the spy I was thinking of. I was thinking of that. I couldn't remember her name, but she was like, remember in Blazing Saddles when they go like, "Who do you think you are?" Oh, Hedy Lamarr. It was Hedy Lamarr.
But
She was a German spy, I guess, but it was Lucille Ball. Yeah.
Desilu Studios, whatever they called it, they were the first ones to use that.
Yeah. Did you? You didn't say Desi Jew.
Desilu.
Desilu. That's right, for Lucy. Sorry, that I'm not trying to get. But
The
anyway,
The way things are going now, I am better off saying things about that culture than I am about the sea.
So here's where I was going with that real quick, that it's everything came from how they were studying. What we know now is they were really getting into that eugenics and studying brain waves and breeding and how to do MK Ultra and that's what we call it. We don't know what the Chinese call it or the Russians or the Germans. We called it MK Ultra in us with playing with our minds. It all started in the 27. They started using the movies. They only have this many tropes: anti-hero, archetype. There's a beast we got to fight. Dawson casting. What do you think that means, Big T?
What kind of cat? Dawson casting.
Yeah, I had to look it up. You can tell it's been linked. It means that when you get somebody that's almost 30 playing a 16-year-old in TV shows like Glee and Dawson's Creek. And then so there's discrimination, immigration, good against evil, the evil corporation. Watch out, you buried it on the Indian burial ground. And then if you want sex, you got to go Hindi. It's wet series scene. Because, they would never dream of seeing a woman nude. So, hey, guess what they do? Now I know, too. Very clever, those. You know what? Like, guys aren't going to think of something. So there's only so many tropes. But there are more in folklore. But by far, the most reoccurring theme, Touchdown Tommy from Texas, is giants.
Giants. In movies, right?
Basque giants, Chinese giants, and in folklore in general, Estonian giants.
Giants of Islam.
You name it. They got every giant in the world. Irish giants. Look at that.
Welsh giants, Scottish giants, Native American giants.
St. Christopher was a giant. Look at that. He's carrying somebody.
Right.
There's giantesses, too.
There you go. I've seen that photo my whole life.
I wouldn't want to arm wrestle her. Let's just pick one here. Who's a Poland? Bulgarian. You eat those blackberries, you'll turn into a giant.
Wow.
So we had this too. Oh, here's this Bone Carre spillway.
Right.
It was built because there was a great big flood in 1927. And so they needed to rebuild this. As of 2018, Tommy, this was only the third time it's been opened.
Really?
And that was in its 87-year history. They opened it the third time. Well, they opened it in 2019, and they're going to open it this year too. This is what's coming. It's not going to hold.
And this is where again?
This is what's protecting Louisiana, New Orleans, and the Mississippi River from changing directions into the Atchafalaya.
21 feet right there on that mark. Wow. Wow.
So they had to release it from something quite a bit less than a hurricane. And it always goes when the storm goes upstream, it rains in everywhere, and then where does it go to? The Mississippi.
Pushes back up to the Mississippi. Wow. Look at that. One guy pushing the deal and there's two guys riding. Hey, keep this going. I got to go do something.
Okay. So here's a picture of them building it in 1929, and you can see they are setting those posts very conveniently, much like they say they did so many years ago in Venice. And I'm not trying to say, I'm just trying to say, looks like they could drive trees to build a city. I don't know how this one held, but in 1929, it could have been a rebuilding, or it could have been from the flood of 1927. Was it after the rest of the dead lived not again after 1,000 years? That's the theological parts that we don't know, but we do know that pounding mud, it does work. There it is. And this is the spillway part here. And here's how it gets clogged up so easily that it'll break it down, I think, if it gets a big flood, and they won't be able to use it anymore for this, and it'll be permanently open. Who knows? Something's going to happen. But they also, around the same time, built the Morganza Spillway. And the Morganza Spillway is an even larger flood control structure in the United States of Louisiana along the western bank of the lower Mississippi River. Western bank, that's the other side of the river, which leads to the Atchafalaya River basin, where I'm telling you the Mississippi is going to end up. Nice picture. So here's the Mississippi is already a meandering mess of being changed. So here's the Atchafalaya River right here. And it's going to break out in one of these points here, because here's where they made the one of the spillways. And I don't know where the Morganza is, but I'm looking for the breakout right here on this old river that they did a repair and tried to keep. Well, here was the overflowing at high water, because the Red River flows into the Atchafalaya, and the Atchafalaya runs through Baton Rouge, and Baton Rouge is going to become the new New Orleans, because this part of the river is going to finally be able to straighten out like it was supposed to. So here's Morganza. So based on this old map, they built the spillway here in case this ever gets flooded to let it go out. And this is a false river, and still how this Atchafalaya, see, it does go all the way, and then Grand Lake, and it'll break out somewhere over here to this little bay, Atchafalaya. And guess where it won't be going anymore? On down the Mississippi River. So this is a map that they look like the Lord is prepared, so you can finally see where the trouble's coming from. See, they did this to keep it going to New Orleans. They didn't care if they had to go through the Devil's Swamp. You see that? That's the Devil's Swamp. The Lord is going to bring it over to the Atchafalaya, where it's not the Devil's Swamp. It's the plain drawbridge. Tommy, I'm going to keep going until you're back. Oh, you're back?
Yeah, I'm back. You showing that Riverdale and the logjam?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you how bad it is in 1927 and stuff.
Right.
All these levees break, and they just never work. They always think it's like everybody goes to their all new generation seems like they go, yeah, I know God said he's coming, but watch this. You know, we're gonna do it better this time. It won't flood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got back, Tony. I couldn't add you till I got back.
Hello.
Yeah,
How you doing?
that sounds like Tony's coffee house.
That's Tony.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's up, bud?
What's going on, man?
Hey, Joel, what's up?
What's up?
Trying to give Alan a little airtime tonight since he violated community standards once again.
Yeah, that's gotta be tough. Is it
It
a
won't
week?
be the last time I show clips of Rollerball. It's one of my favorite movies.
You need to make a backup channel called the Penalty Box.
The penalty box, right?
I
Right.
decoded a movie though last night. I pirated a Free Guy and watched it on a cam recording. And it is all about the singularity. Artificial intelligence is your friend. And the new enemy is anybody that's ever played Grand Theft Auto as a bad guy.
Right.
Hold up. Sorry, dude.
No, I've never played that game.
I'm a Grand. I used to play it back in the day.
Well, the
I've seen
fun
people.
thing to me when Alan told me that, I was like, wait a minute. That movie's from the 70s. In 2021, you can't play a clip without a copyright strike?
Yeah.
Well,
Really?
the weird thing is there was no attempt at collecting any money, so I don't understand that part.
Right. Right.
I'll pull it up and let's see what they said.
Oh, I thought you were going to do the clip.
Well, you know what? Let's, Tommy, play it on your channel right now, just so we can test it. You know, we'll do real science and see if it was the rollerball clip.
Yeah.
Oh, see, man. Now you're playing with fire, man.
Let's see what it says here. Hey, let me share the screen again, Tommy. I want to see what the actual email from YouTube said.
Yeah, put it up.
Oh, shoot.
Click on your side share and I'll click you in.
Okay.
I'll go soaring or
Yeah, make it go to full screen, Tommy.
something like that.
So
Or
people,
More than the flame.
the flame, yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Or if I'm lucky enough.
Eugene's in the house. Do you know?
No,
Ah,
no. Joel.
hey,
yo,
all
you took on the phone.
He
Yeah,
brought his
okay.
guitar, by the way.
All right. Give me a minute. I brought you some dinner if you want to.
And dinner.
Oh, that's amazing.
What are they doing over there? What are y'all doing, Joel? Y'all are
Having a party, having a Michigan party.
oh, okay, because two people were talking. I was like, what is going on? I can't
Sorry.
having a party, are we?
I'm with Tony's coffee house right now
Yeah, he
in
is.
real life.
Welcome to the call.
How come they don't tell you what you do wrong?
Because you don't need to know. That's why, Alan. You just do what they say, and when you mess up, they'll smack you, and that's how you know you messed up.
But what if you can play rollerball and it was the Foo Fighters? You can't play the Foo Fighters either.
Good to meet you. Good to meet you. No, you're good.
I brought you later,
My
you know.
coffee. Yeah,
What?
Because basically that whole live stream
I got my
was a
Guys, Flame, y'all need to mute one of those mics or something. You're echoing real bad back and forth, guys.
organized.
Okay. Is there more than one mic?
Yeah, something's really echoey bad.
As far as I know, we have one microphone.
yeah.
That sounds better. Whatever y'all are doing now, it sounds way better. It was really crazy sounding there.
Yeah, we need to take turns talking. That was 3 people talking at once.
No, I was playing the stream on my phone in my pocket.
There you go. That was kind of the weird sound I was hearing. Okay, we're good.
So anyway, sorry for the commotion, guys. Didn't mean to crash the party. I just saw that Tommy, you walked away.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, come in. Are we lined up for Friday, Joel?
So that's my goal. Yeah, I mean, as far as of right this minute, yeah, that's what I would like to be doing. I didn't buy the ticket yet, but I should do that in the next 24 hours for sure.
I would think so.
Yeah, I will.
That's garbage. If
I'll
want
let you know
something.
tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. Well, we're ready and willing to receive you.
That's perfect, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm making my rounds before I,
Well, I had no idea you and Tony were buds.
We met on FarmersOnly.com, actually.
I believe that for some reason. I believe that.
No, I didn't. Tony, you guys, are you still in Michigan? Are you guys that close?
Yeah, it was what?
No. Yeah, we're close enough for us to meet up. Yeah.
Man, that's cool. That's sweet. I mean, right now, I'm on record. I think this is going to be a bad 3 months. I mean, we got fires in California. The hurricane troubles in New Orleans are just starting.
Okay. You think there's going to be more? Hey, we have someone else with us. His name's Eugene.
Gino.
Welcome. Just Gino. We're just going
to. Y'all keep
Don't look at my Facebook.
Greetings and salutations. Don't look at that. That'll hurt your eyes and your ears and your own man. It'll not help.
Don't worry. We usually invite people to go look at our stuff because then we're studying to put out more of our own stuff.
No, I'm talking about what he had on his flipping Facebook.
No, those ads
I'm
that
kidding.
you
I'm
get
kidding.
on Facebook.
Yeah, those ads are crazy though. But then again, that's commercialism. That goes into a whole bunch of other stuff. Well, greetings. Hi. How you doing?
Good.
So what was the thing when it says "I told you so"? What was the main topic? I'm late. I mean, I've only heard the last 10 minutes or so.
Well, we were starting out, and it's ended up. It was like I gave a review of I pirated the movie Free Guy that with Ryan Reynolds, and it's an ode to Ray Kurzweil. Artificial intelligence is going to save us all by teaching us that Grand Theft Auto, the people that play it, they just need re-education, and everybody's going to be happy real soon when artificial intelligence comes online.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's the message. I'm excited for it. I hope you are.
Shoot, that's all you got to do is know how to play Grand Theft Auto. I guess you're in like Flynn, huh?
Everybody is, but the thing is, to win in the future, you got to be nice, man, because the non-role-playing characters are going to have a say in this.
Have you seen the Black Mirror episode about the social credit score?
NCP.
Non-player character.
Yeah, NPC.
Have you guys seen it?
I might have, because I've seen the one where the guy starts off getting not a cup of coffee, and then he gets pissy about it, so he lowers his score more, and he ends up in the gutter pretty fast because he's not getting enough thumbs up.
Yeah, that might be the same episode. I know they allegedly were doing that in China, testing it out.
Part of this.
But see, that's the thing. If that's really the end game, we are years worth of time it's going to take to do that.
Yeah, like almost 25. Oh, it could be 25 exactly. Yeah, but I think there's going to be 2 years of separation. This is just my own humble opinion, that there's going to be a couple of years of where we separate city folks, and then what they call the people in the city will call us savages, like in Brave New World. And then they're not going to come looking. They won't need the savages. I think they'll leave us alone until 2038, because that's when the Unix epoch happens. And the Unix epoch, if you've never studied it, you probably should look it up.
With the
because it's
internet?
the real Y2K. It's the
Right.
real Y2K when they run out of internet numbers for anything that is 32 or 64 bit. They're just not going to work anymore, and that is almost everything embedded in our, the redundancy throughout every system on this flat plane. So their computers are going down, and then then they're going to start encompassing about. But we'll have plenty of time to get ready, man. That's what I think.
So you think there's going to be some more hurricanes then, potentially, like some really bad?
It's going beyond hurricanes. It's man-made, so it's going to. Every time they do it, it gets a little worse and a little worse and a little worse. They keep testing more and more, just like they did with all the chemicals back over through the wars. So humans are guinea pigs to these people. All right, that's just what it boils down.
I think, yeah. Yep. This is somebody. It is God. It just equally as he's almost as mad as he was at the people that actually crucified our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He's almost that mad.
Agreed.
And so, yeah, we're going to be punished. This is a punishment. And even if you're one of the good people and get caught up in it, he chastens those he loves. You're still his son. We could read, it's all about, there's a small interruption in the book of Revelation that gives you a breath to carry you through into the Battle of Armageddon, 16 through 20. And it's called Revelation 15. And it's the song of Moses and the Lamb. And they stop, they sing a song, and they say, "Bring on the bowls of wrath." And that's, we're not at that point, but that's what Satan is emulating. So it's going to be almost as bad as Armageddon was.
I think that he's replicating what already happened to sell even further that we're waiting on the return of Jesus, waiting on the mark of the beast.
Oh, did you hear the new word of the day that I was started off here? This is, I know I can't share it until Tommy gets back.
Mise en scène. Mise en scène.
Mise en scène.
Yeah, it means stage crafting and directing, and it was all developed in between the wars by the people who did Cubism and Surrealism, and they started making movies, and they learned how to time us with their flicker rate. To by 1990, they could make people watching Pokemon pass out like they just got hit on the head like a baby seal.
In some cases, just like you said, the flickering or glimmering, that kind of thing. In so much as along the terms of conditioning and indoctrination from youth and whatnot, wouldn't that in similarity in adult versions be comparatively spoken of in glamour that the witchcraft uses? Just like when they speak of, there's a glamour magazine, making things look a way that they are meant to be seen, but not as they are. Does that make sense?
I do. There has to be something, that now that, when you read the Bible with fresh eyes, things jump out at you that didn't used to be. So I think John Carpenter really had a classic when, you put on it goes, consume, obey.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think yeah. Thanks for scaring everybody even more, Eugene.
Hey, anytime, look, if you've seen that movie for the first time when it first aired, how much more so growing up as a young teen or younger, how much more so would that have affected a person's life in that era?
Oh.
Hi, how you doing?
Built this on all of the prophets of my age who fed their kids nothing but the propaganda about how great America was, to where my son marched off. And honestly, the way he drinks right now, I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of these people that, just gives up someday. They say they only lost, 3,800 or people, but they're losing 18 people a day to suicide that served over there knowing they were on the wrong side of history. And if you do 13 a day times 20 years, that's going to end up being like 140,000 people is going to be the total deaths from this war. it's certainly not under 4,000 like they claim.
Well, I promise you at least this much. Any numbers that they give from any war that's ever been had, as far as the death toll or those who survived, the numbers are going to be completely way off as far as the death toll. It doesn't even matter. Even when we first started coming to the country from overseas and across the border, across the waters, wherever, came through Ellis Island and whatnot, a lot of people weren't documented, got through as documented, all that other stuff. But when it comes to war, the death toll numbers will never be correct because they always lie about what's really going on, because it's always some kind of smokescreen over a smokescreen in a nutshell.
Yeah,
And
you check me on this stat and see how close I am. 58,000 people in Vietnam, or 52,000. I think it's 58,000 men and women or people killed in Vietnam. Admitted civilians killed, 680,000.
Wow.
I'm certain it's more like closer to the million range as far as civilians killed, and probably another couple of hundred on the death toll for the soldiers. My father was an Air Force drill sergeant as well as stationed in Alaska working communications, but my uncle was in ground as a grunt in country, they call it. And then my other uncle put the tracking systems in the airplanes for the fighter jets. And from the stories that they gave me, it was some crazy, heinous stuff, because some places in some areas, they didn't know that they were fighting while having little excursions against each other in different. It's kind of like a paintball war game. You and your friends get together and get in little groups. They didn't realize that they were practicing on each other to take out the Viet Cong at the same time. At the same time, the Viet Cong were being practiced on as well, but that was a psyop. But you know, we don't talk about that stuff. Nonetheless, it all boils down to the death toll numbers, the numbers being so far-fetched as far as low. Because whatever they brought home, count out the numbers that they didn't find.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Right.
At the same time, those that are still missing to this day in action. All those who are prisoners of war to this day, even though they somehow in their country had children.
How about all the
You know?
long listing the
Yeah.
facts that took a little while to kill off the people that went there?
Absolutely. We're talking the chemical warfare. We're talking about the mental war games. I learned a lot from my dad growing up, but nonetheless, you think about what's going on in these times when it comes down to television and the programming that they have on each channel you can choose from. And each one denotes or depicts a certain genre of what they're trying to portray as entertainment.
Well, hey guys, to quote our great President Biden, come on, man, that was 40, 50 years ago.
Come on, man.
Oh, it was a lot longer than that, but they'll lie about that too.
Yeah, come on.
Come on, man. Well, if you follow with me, come on. Come on, man. Follow with me.
That's all it takes.
We're already on the rabbit trail. We're already in the hole, been in the hole for a while now, all of us. There's no doubt about that, none, let alone denying it. Come on, man.
Joe Biden. Joe Biden.
Look here, 1,000 points of light, never got it wrong, right?
But hey, Joe Biden.
They had the Phosnane and the Agent Orange, along with the 380 other admitted chemicals, I believe, that caused cancer. And then in the first Gulf War with Schwarzkopf, they had the depleted uranium, and then they still used it again in the next Gulf War. And they knew that was killing people. So I mean, we're killing them, we're killing us, and we just leave them.
I was thinking about, it's like, what is that?
Oh yeah, that was a quick thinker, huh? I don't think you fellas caught that. You guys didn't catch that last part. I don't know why. I was being sarcastic, and we were talking about Biden and his "come on, man" being an ass. But that last thing I said just before you started speaking there, I apologize. Was 1,000 points, never got it wrong, right?
Right. Never got it wrong.
That was sarcasm.
Man, I got that sarcasm, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
welcome
George
to-
Bush, 1,000 points of light.
Joe looked over at me and said, "What did you just say?"
Well,
What
no,
you just
I
say?
heard George Bush say it, and he's talking about the fallen angels they follow. He said
Yeah.
Lucifer. He said the
Yeah.
1,000 points of light.
Yeah, they never got it wrong, right?
I
No.
put in a clip,
Yeah.
I put one of those clips of him saying that in one of the videos I made.
Did you? Yeah, I've not seen like maybe one of your videos actually.
Well,
No, it's not- it's not on purpose.
I took all my content down.
Is my the equipment that I have an iPad
They're not up.
from the VA, from the government, and it's a piece of crap. Go figure.
But y'all know Joe Biden thinks the Ho Chi Minh Trail is a ride at Disneyland.
That's okay. What's her name's his girlfriend?
But
On
see,
the side.
But see, the thing is, that's what they want us to believe that he
Side
believes.
What was her name?
By him saying that, that's part of the narrative. That's what they want us to believe, is that he
Right.
believes that.
Smoke screens.
Let's say, look how stupid he is. Like, I think George Bush played a genius role of being a bumbling idiot.
He kind of did.
Because there's no way that was him in real life.
I
mean-
Joe, for real, I'm with you.
Well, no. I mean, it's
Serious.
documented before he took that role. You know,
Yeah.
as the president,
Serious.
you can see him operate in public, and he didn't act the way he did as the president, like a complete moron. So
Whenever I go to do.
you guys know that. I mean, that's what they wanted for that
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Take texture.
Big time doofus.
I love you.
That's how come that Dana Carvey always used to make fun of him. He go, not gonna do it, wouldn't be prudent.
Wouldn't it?
Huh?
She said to me when I went out, I was going to do that one guy watch.
You have to be mindful of the mic, though.
Oh, I apologize.
There's a lot going on here.
All right.
They can hear. They can pick up like.
It's
All
hard when
Wow.
three are using one mic. It is.
It's picking up everything. Okay.
Yeah, it picks up all of it. It's hard.
Ho Chi
Every
Minh
single
Trail.
thing. Hey, Tommy, can you put I want to request that you put the share on me. I'm going to attempt. I don't think that this one will get a copyright at all. I think because so many people have seen it.
Yeah, famous last word. Right.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
I don't think
Hold
so.
on.
Because I'm on timeout too on
Are
my
we
channel.
sharing?
Yeah, we're sharing.
Look, even my wife will tell you she can't even put me on timeout. No, Reagan.
That doesn't mean much to me because YouTube will put you on timeout.
He's going to throw up on. He is going to throw up on the ambassador to Japan's lap.
Right. That was weird. He just get back down and never moved. That's
Get him, Barbara. Get him. Get him.
Don't let him do that.
in.
This just in.
Or out.
That's why you have to be so careful how you cook that fish.
She was a big old dude, wasn't she? Look at the shoulders. Look the way she looks. She looks like a woman. She doesn't. She looks like a man standing there.
He looks like she's sitting there like saying, like, get away from my boy.
She doesn't move like a woman. She has no grace like a woman. That's a dude, man.
That's a dude, man.
Is that Barbara Bush?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely related to Aleister Crowley.
She was the first Michael.
If
There
those,
he goes. There he just emptied it.
if those are real pictures of both of those people, they're definitely related.
Yeah.
Well, weird, isn't it? All right, Alan, you got another one?
You know, they say you wind up looking at your dog and you look alike after a while.
All right.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Hey. Come on, man.
We gotta admire them, man. I've always said the thing I admire about the cabal, the mafia, the left, whatever we want to call them,
Yeah.
stick to the game plan, man. They stick to the game plan.
Multiple
Everybody's on board.
Multiple distractions.
Yeah, everybody's on board. Everybody's all in.
Well, I think at this point, there could just be a constant computer algorithm that feeds the best possible thing to do next.
You think that
That's their end result.
there's a movie that does that? What's that movie that finally AI goes, well, hey, only thing we do now is go back and not do anything.
Yeah, I don't
I can't
know.
remember what movie that was, but that was the AI had made all these decisions and now it's collapsing. They're like, well, now that we think about it, only thing to do is go back and never do anything. Just let everything happen naturally.
Have you guys ever, or even you here, have you ever heard of the movie where it's like an AI and it decides like who dies next, and it comes through as like a fax, like a message comes
Minority Report.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, Minority Report.
Or it could have been the one with Angelina
That's one
Jolie.
of many
No, that's a
movies. I think it's
weaver.
one of
That's a weaving machine.
That's what I'm thinking of.
The weaving
There's
machine.
Yeah,
so
what's that?
many
That'd be
movies
Target.
that have this in it.
Wanted is the name of it.
That's it. Yep. Okay,
The
great.
one with Angelina Jolie, and they use a weaving loom to receive
Yeah.
as who's to die next.
What was the name of that movie?
Wanted.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. They had that huge loom up there, and that's how they figured out who goes next.
My favorite thing about that entire thing, that whole movie, was the way that they learned how to curve a bullet. That was the only thing that was interesting to me.
Right. Here's how you do it. Only curve. You tried it, didn't
Why
you?
is so similar? A griffin
me.
and the
That
cartoon in
sounds
China.
horrifying.
That's not even just a griffin. That's like a mixture of 3 or 4 different types of creatures.
Yeah, they say one of them has got lion paws in the front, and the other one then it evolved into having eagle's claws in front of it.
No way. Do you mean like man, bear, pig?
This is good.
What
Y'all
kind of
y'all know man, bear, pig, right?
Salad
No, don't show that.
with some Jello, fruit Jello, and there's I think a biscuit goes with it. But yeah, okay. Aren't these like Family Crest type? Not just Family Crest, but what do they call them? Sigils, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Harold
That one on the top right corner would be like a Family Crest.
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
there's a difference in coat of arms and sigils and flags.
Right. Yeah. Like banner flags.
Right.
It all comes down to heraldry.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll look it up.
Entrance and exit is what those boil down to. Recognition. Status.
Right.
Oh.
What time?
Explain it, because
Wow,
it's
we're
gonna
already at an hour and a half, guys. Jeez.
Oh, well, hey, maybe while you're scrolling through that, I'll play a little tune.
Fired up.
All right, and would you reach behind you and grab that set of strings there for me, please? Thank you. Okay, maybe I got a decent voice going on tonight. I don't know.
Alan, don't sing.
Do what?
Isn't that
No,
crazy?
Alan,
Tony?
don't
Look at
sing.
that.
Joe can sing. What do you want to sing?
I'm not saying.
He don't want to sing. Oh, he got yeah.
I'm
he got
the worst. I'm the worst.
You don't sing? Who told you he can sing?
Nobody. Alan cannot sing. Don't do it.
I'm talking about Joel.
Yeah.
Oh, Joel. Joel's a singer. Hit it, Joel.
No, Joel's saying, who told you I could sing? Oh my goodness.
Let's hear it.
Okay, let's see. See, there we go. Automatic block. Look, that's my call. Yeah. Yeah, it's in tune tonight. Another turning point, a fork in the road. I grab you by the wrist, direct you where to go. So make the best of it. So make the best of this time. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life. I'll get it. Give me a minute.
Far forward, baby.
So take the photographs and still print in your mind. Hang them on the shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and just on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life. There you go.
Nice.
Thank you.
There you go.
Nice. Thank you.
Beats anything I could do, that's for sure.
Well, thank you.
Nice.
Yeah. I know a few secular songs, but I know mostly gospel. I grew up on stuff. I used to know a little bit of country, but that's because of my dad.
Right, of course. Of course. You gotta love it. Well, Alan, you wanna wrap anything up here and let's get out of here. My wife needeth me.
I want to just say that as we close tonight, that the Apostle Paul at one time has been very distressed to see that to an unknown God, and he happened to be at the most famous place in the world of like with the people in the fairy tales, like it's the Areopagus. I mean, he was right there with the Greeks arguing with the smartest people in the world. And this is what he said. Therefore, what you worship as something unknown, I now proclaim to you that God who made the world and everything in it is the Lord of heaven and earth and does not live in temples made by human hands, nor is he served by human hands as if he needed anything, because he himself gives everyone life and breath and everything else. From one man he made every nation, that they should inhabit the whole earth. And he determined their appointed times and the boundaries of their lands. God intended that they would seek him and perhaps reach out for him and find him, though he is not far from each one of us. For in him we live and move and have our being. As some of your own poets have said, we are his offspring. Therefore, being offsprings of God, we should not think that the divine being is like gold or silver or stone, an image formed by man's skill or imagination. Although God overlooked the ignorance of earlier times, he now commands all people everywhere to repent, for he has set a day when he will judge the world with justice by the man he has appointed. He has given proof of this to everyone by raising him from the dead. So thank you, Tommy, for opening up everything to us tonight.
Amen.
Y'all
got something? Each one of you guys take a run.
I do not have anything tonight. But
Nobody's got nothing. All right.
Yep. Thanks for having us on. I appreciate it.
Yes, you job. Since, like I said earlier, since Alan's channel is down, I'll try and get this set up each night around the same time he does till he gets his back.
Oh, hallelujah. Thank you, Tommy.
Yeah,
Thank you, gentlemen, for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Shoot, yeah. So, how about we do this? I'll pick Joel. Close us in prayer.
Oh no, Alan's closing us in prayer, not me.
Come on, man.
I did as much as I could tonight.
Tommy, go ahead.
All right, Lord, we come to you tonight thanking you for many blessings. We just thank you for all our subs, Lord, and and their thirst for your word, Lord. We just ask that you watch over all the people in New Orleans, Lord. Keep them safe, keep them dry, and keep them fed. We come to you, Lord, humble servants, Lord. This time we live in is so unpredictable, but you are not. You're always there for us, Lord. You are our strength. You are our rock. We come to you in these times of need, and And we seek your shelter and your love and your grace, Lord. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thanks, Tommy.
All right, guys, everybody, good night. Glad y'all were here.
Be blessed.
See y'all tomorrow. Same time, same bat channel.
Much love, guys.
Later, guys.